Hello again. In our last video blog, we talked about what master data looks like and all the stakeholders that can be involved. Why it's a little bit complicated from a governance perspective when you had silo number one convinced that master data was just that data that identifies something as being what it is, and silo number two that was worried about, well, if I open up these transactions in SAP to manage master data, there's 700 fields of stuff there. It's a lot more than just what it is, it's how it's going to behave. It's not that complicated. It looks complicated. DNA is complicated. And if DNA gets wrong, you can have some subtle changes in DNA that produce some not so subtle results. Some results are more subtle. They show up later. You may have to look a little closer to see what's strange. Master data is more like that. Errors are subtle. You need to understand them fully, and you need to understand from not just the perspective of silo one, but also from silo two. But it's not that hard. Often you'll get instructions on how to fix master data, and it's like getting a MapQuest. You ever wonder about MapQuest? You get your instructions, why don't they start at 5? You get 1 through 25 on how to get from A to B. The first 5 are start your car, leave your driveway. It's not that hard. So there's really only 4 things you have to worry about. None of them necessarily are technology. It's about the business. If you worry about your policy, is my strategy, the guiding principles that I run my business on, can I reflect that in the way I'm managing the data, and am I? So high level, constitutional level policy statements. You need that. Without that, you're rudderless. But you need more than that. You need to be able to run your policy all the way down to the individual data element, and it's got to tie. It's not hard, it's just business rules. But you got to do a good job at it. If you do a good job at that, then you can monitor your data. I'm jumping to monitoring because what you're going to find is that when you start monitoring your data, you'll find that your business rule is not quite as good as you thought it was. So you tweak up your business rule, go back, and then you find that, my monitoring wasn't quite as good as I thought it was. And we'll talk a lot about data quality in a blog yet to be done. If you get your policy down, you get your monitoring down, you play those two off of each other, then you can start developing your processes in an automated way. Forget all the workflows. Figure out how to take people out of the workflow. And that's what real process automation can deliver for you. We're leading up to a 30-minute video cast in process automation that takes you beyond how do I automate 10 people into the workflow and brings it into how do I take 8 of those people out of the workflow? That's where you get your efficiencies. Of course, you can't do any of this without an organization. In the very next video blog that we'll do, we'll be talking about not just the direct organization, but the indirect organization and why that's important. So, yeah, we're kind of starting at, let's start the car and then get out of your driveway. But I really want to jump ahead to once you get on the highway, what it looks like. Hi, my name's Richard King. We do data governance at Gicom. We'd like to help you as well.